There is a very high percent chance that if you've ever been a fan of Mortal Kombat at some point in its long history, that you have had a fan favorite character that's not exactly considered popular among the mainstream. So with that in mind, many people are disappointed that some of their favorites did not make the cut for the new rebooted film. So the producer actually goes on and explains this, so let's get to it. So before we get into this, I think everybody has that character in Mortal Kombat that everybody makes fun of them for being a huge fan of them. For example, I have a friend whose absolute favorite Mortal Kombat character is Stryker. I have another friend whose most recent favorite character, and might actually end up being their favorite in the long run, is going to be Tremor. When it comes to me, I'm more basic. My favorite character is Melina, so there we go, right? But everybody has a favorite character. If you guys would like to let me know yours, I would love to see some of them. So list them down below. Now, when it came to the actual film, obviously there is a rich history of characters. Not all of them can make it into the film. So recently, the producer of the film, who is Todd Garner, talked a little bit about this and about the specifics, and mentioned some of the fan favorite characters that didn't end up making the cut. And he specifically mentions Rain. Now, Rain is in my top 5 favorite characters of all time, and I honestly did not expect him to ever make this cut, so I'm not really bummed about it. But he says that if you look at it, if you look at some of these characters, and if you look at what they can realistically do in a first film, essentially, characters like Rain don't make the cut because you have to get some of the other popular characters people expect to see in the first film to sort of establish a baseline, if you will. And I 100% agree. Could you imagine if, for example, they were like, hey guys, you get Rain and Cabal, but you don't get Kung Lao or Kano? Like, there would be a lot of outrage. I know some of us who love those two characters I mentioned would be like, oh my god, I get Rain and Cabal? But other people, and the more mainstream people, would go, wait a second, you don't have the characters I know because they're more mainstream? So I 100% agree with him. When it came to making a decision, you had to pick and choose, and you can't toss them all in there. And you also have to save some characters for down the road. So for example, he said, well, who do we pick, Reptile or Rain? Obviously Reptile makes the cut, right? But at the same time, there's gonna be hopefully many sequels and spin-offs, so who knows what's gonna come down the road. And I think you save some other popular characters and sprinkle them in these sequels to build anticipation. You don't want to toss them all into one, because then you just get Annihilation 2.0.